What happened to your neighbors upstairs? They disappeared?
5.
5?
Here's a social experiment. I just want to see how you react.
There's a camera over there. There's a camera over there. You got me.
Oh, dang.
I thought you were going to start counting down. I was kind of scared. What happens when he gets to 0?
I didn't go up there, but they've been pretty quiet as of late.
That's good.
Yeah, I remember I did a not like an actual social experiment. I just wanted to see like how they would react. So on text, like we were just having a regular conversation. And out of nowhere, I said "fuck you," and then the person question marked it, and then it was like, "What?" No, and I was just like, "Oh, I just did a social experiment," and then they're like, "Okay."
You're so annoying.
You're that guy. You really are that guy.
Social experiment. It's a social experiment.
It's a social experiment.
He's like, what would you do if you just got like a random
on?
text that said "fuck you" in the middle of a conversation? What would you do in this situation?
What would you do? What if someone? What would you do if someone texted "fuck you"?
I'd be like, well, bro, what? And then just see what they say.
What were you expecting when you texted it to them then? That's my question.
I was expecting.
What's the desired outcome?
Yeah, what was the ideal outcome in your mind?
I don't even know. I really don't know.
Not much of an experiment then, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're just being an asshole. You're just saying "fuck you" to someone.
I'm trying to think of the other social experiments I've ran.
There are more?
I've ran a funny one. I don't know if I told you this, but for the introductory week for college or whatever, for one of my Chinese class or whatever, we had to like post a picture of ourselves. And then I asked Brennan to give me a picture of his brother.
Yeah.
And then so it just have a picture of Brennan's brother just randomly under my my description of myself. And then
this is all online class.
Yeah, it's an all online class, so they just never had to see me anyways.
Wow.
But I want to take it to the next level next time.
Just
hire someone to go on Zoom for you?
No.
What's the next level?
No, the next level is like say like, hi, my name's Ethan, but I like to go by like insert random name.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Or like make up a whole like backstory, like you know how the question was like, what's your relationship to China, like overall, like what made you interested in this class? I would like make an elaborate story that made no sense. Yeah, my grandparents were Chinese fishermen and I'm just fresh off the boat. That's why like my English isn't that great. And then just like
misspell everything.
Yeah, just misspell everything and have terrible grammar, and then hopefully they curve everything.
Oh. True. That's like catfishing though.
That's true. Well, they'll never know. That's what I'm saying. The limit test here.
Until you go to campus next year.
No, she'll never know what I look like. She'll never know what I look like. She'll be looking for Rowan the entire time.
True.
And then, so she'll never know it's me.
Another social experiment that I ran, like right when I pick up the phone or I call someone, just like yell and just like make super weird noises. Like just like, and then they're like, what?
Wait, hold on. Did you say this is something you want to try or something you do?
No, that I've done.
This is something you actively do?
Yeah. Like I just answer the phone and then
oh my god.
I just scream like,
Dude, that's like the telemarketers or your friends?
That's my friends.
Oh.
And that's what they say.
Dude, it's the telemarketers.
What do they say?
They're just like, bro, are you good? And that's like, oh.
It's a good question.
Yeah.
That's what I would ask you.
I like when people get me confused with like other Asian people, I like just playing it off as like... one of my favorite moments was I was walking back to the car with my sister after like I think it was my sophomore year of high school, so she had to drive me home.
Yeah.
And this random kid just said, "Yo," and then like they thought I was some other Asian kid. They're like, "Yo, dude, really like your music, blah blah blah." And then I was like, "Yeah, man," you know. And then just like completely played it off and just tried to. So I just like throwing in a couple 808s. Sometimes I just throw in a couple hi-hats there. And then,
hi-hats?
Yeah, I was like. I was just throwing a couple of hi-hats. It's really simple stuff, and he's like, yeah. I was like, I just I have to like searching up a couple samples. It's really nice to mix up my music. And then they're like, my sister's like just looked at me like, and he was like, yeah, dope, dude, and we just dapped him up and then just walked away. It's like, oh yeah, man, see you later. And then like my sister was just so confused. She was like, I had no idea what was happening that whole time.
That's funny.
That's the best thing. I love plugging with people like that.
Yeah.
I've always kind of wished that, you know, you've seen online those like your wrong number group chats. Like you get added, like people get added to a group chat,
Yeah.
and they were the wrong number, and they just like play along,
Yeah.
and like
Yeah.
fuck with the people. You know, it's like a soccer mom group chat or something. I think that would be fun. That's like the online version of what you were just saying. Like,
Yeah.
They think you're somebody else.
Yeah.
Actually, a social experiment I ran in high school.
Man,
was
you're Mr. Social Experiment.
yeah.
Yeah.
So
Everybody must hate you.
I was in a group, like we were just talking, and then so I kept on switching up the topic, and then I realized like, oh, like I can keep on doing this, and so like every single time, like after 3 minutes of like talking about a topic, I'd be like, hey, like I just be like, hey, and they would all look at me, and then I would talk about something else, and then they would go, they would start talking about that thing.
You're power hungry.
What?
You're power hungry.
You dominate the conversation.
Yeah, like I'm not even kidding. Like I told my friend, I was like, "Hey, watch this," and then I'd be like, "Hey," and then everyone would look at me, and then I would say like, "Oh, have you guys listened to this new song?" And then they were like, "Oh no," and then they would be, "Oh, I like this song," and then
After 3 minutes of messing with them, you'd mess with them again and swap it again.
yeah,
That's evil.
it's really interesting to just see like how humans react. Or, like,
Why do you say it like that? Why would you say humans?
How human beings
You have to
react.
say it like if you're an alien. How humans
It's
react.
fun to study their behavior.
Study their behavior.
You're an alien.
What? Oh, never mind. I thought you were doing an experiment on me. I didn't know what you said. That's why. I thought you were doing like some
7.
weird noise. Jesus.
7.
Yeah, your laugh is you just trying to mimic what human sounds as they laugh.
3,
What the fuck's gonna happen?
2, 1.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to Shower Thoughts Podcast. I'm your host, Brennan Renier. With me are my co-hosts, Ethan Chang
What's up, people?
and Anthony Chan.
Hello. Are we actually recording?
We are actually recording on this fine... what
April
day is it?
3rd.
April 3rd, day before Easter.
Yep.
Where are we actually
It's
recording?
a
I
Saturday.
can't
Yes,
tell.
we are actually recording. It's recording right now.
What are we? Are we being for real? I
Yeah.
can't tell.
Oh, you counted down, didn't you?
What?
So,
So,
what's been up? You know, this is our first time meeting in person in a long time, so
I was gonna say we're back in the
we're back-
studio.
Yep, for the first time in a long time, and you know, a lot of stuff has happened. You know, we haven't really caught up with each other in a while, and thought, you know, since today's the 15th episode, if I'm correct, you know, maybe we could just catch up with each other. You know?
I got a job.
Really.
I actually did.
Thanks for sharing it.
All right. What's the job, Anthony? What's the job?
Let's hear it.
In the summer.
Okay.
What's so funny, buddy?
No,
Are jobs that funny, or like?
in the summer, 1 week after school ends, I'm gonna be.
Why are you laughing so much?
Oh God.
What do you mean? It sounds like he's crying.
Sounds like he's in pain.
I'm gonna be an ITS technician guy.
What is that? What kind of job is that? Sounds like a pretty funny job. Sounds like a pretty funny job.
I'm gonna be helping people with like.
You're gonna be helping people with their technology, dude. It's hilarious.
Yeah, with their technology, like.
Oh, I'm crying. I'm crying.
But yeah,
That was horrible.
that's what I'm doing.
It was like 5
I'm
minutes.
glad we could get to that. Yeah. I'm glad we
We
could
had
get to
5
that.
minutes just for you to sing.
That's what I'm doing.
So funny.
We're good?
Yeah,
We're good. All right. Ask your question, Ethan. What are you guys up to?
So, what have you guys been up to during this?
I don't even know.
I got a job.
Mind app. No, we're not doing this again. We're not doing this again. We're not doing this again.
Yeah, I got a job.
No. We're skipping your job. Ethan, what have you been up to?
I got a job.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, I
oh,
did
you
get a
did.
job.
That's true.
I did get a job.
You haven't. Yeah, I don't think you've talked much about your job yet. Have
No,
you?
I have not. I am coaching volleyball,
Okay.
girls volleyball,
Girls volleyball.
U12, U14.
Pretty cool.
Yeah, I'm coaching club, so travel volleyball for those you don't know, and
You're coaching for the same program that I played for.
yes,
At least they're
yeah.
boys volleyball
For
program.
those that don't know, Brennan played girls volleyball, so like he played for that program.
I was pretty fucking good too. The
Yeah.
net was so low.
Yeah, it was crazy.
It was easy. I was fucking spiking on those kids.
Are you done, Anthony?
Anthony's out of commission this episode. You lasted all of 15 minutes.
All right,
It's over.
let's restart.
Restart? This is so good.
Okay.
It's our best episode yet.
So Brennan, what have you been up to, dude?
What have I been up to? Gee, I flew back here to the Chicago area to record this podcast in person, and so far Anthony is making a mockery of our fine podcast.
I looked at Anthony.
Don't look at him. Don't look at him. Just don't look at him. Don't look at him. Don't encourage it. What have I been doing? A lot of school. Luckily, we have this little Easter break, so
Nice.
I can take some time off from
Yeah,
that.
that's the one benefit of being at a Christian
Yeah,
school, right?
yeah.
Jesuit
Do you have
school.
Monday off?
Cool. I do have Monday. I fly home. I fly back to school on Tuesday,
Nice.
so it's a short break, but it's much appreciated. You know, come
Yeah.
back to see my cats, see my family.
Yeah.
See the boys record a new episode of the
Mhm.
podcast. Episode 15. This is kind of a milestone in a sense for us.
I'm pretty sure I already said that.
15 episodes in. This is a milestone. If
We
I
have
say
made
so
15
myself.
episodes?
Yes, we
We
have.
made 15 episodes of this goddamn show.
That's like 4 months.
It's been 6 months almost.
Really?
Are you
Well,
serious?
Since we first started trying to record the
Wait, no.
podcast, yeah.
No, it's not
We started in October. So, like,
October?
yeah, we did.
I thought we started like January.
No, we started meeting in October.
Oh my god, we did.
Yeah.
What the hell? Oh my gosh. That's
So,
crazy to think about.
It's pretty crazy, yeah. I think it's been going well. I don't think I've ever stuck to something like this for this long. Like, honestly.
Yeah.
Like a club? Well, like,
Yeah,
See-
I mean, it's something I'm not forced to do.
yeah.
Like a project, you know?
Yeah. You know, I've always like viewed this as like kind of like a club almost.
Yeah.
Like,
Extracurricular.
yeah. Because it's not really like my vlog. Well,
It's
It-
pretty much just like your vlogs.
yeah, it's like, but like with the vlogs, it's like that's by myself, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like that's my own project. But with this, it's like, oh, I'm working with 2 other people, and we all show up. We all do some kind of work.
Yeah, we share in the creativity.
Yeah, and so I view it more as like extracurricular. Like, oh, I'm involved in this podcast.
Yeah, it's a team
Yeah.
effort.
Yeah.
It's honestly, it's impressive that we can even coordinate this and like
Yeah.
all show up at the same time on Zoom or when we used to meet here in your apartment.
Speaking of which, I'm quitting.
All right, we'll be seeing you.
It's like April Fool's.
It's actually the 3rd
Yeah,
of
it's
April.
very Anthony.
You can't take it back now. Want to introduce you guys to Sotio, our new podcast host. He'll be taking over for Anthony.
He seems much more qualified.
He doesn't break down and
yeah,
giggles.
yeah, he probably doesn't just laugh every 30 seconds.
What else? What else is there to talk
Looney
about?
Tunes.
Oh, you guys gonna watch the new Space Jam movie?
It doesn't look. In my opinion, I don't think it looks that good, but
Nope, I think it's.
I'm still gonna watch it.
Yeah, you have to. I mean, you pretty much have to at this point.
Yeah.
Don't want to watch it, but as a basketball fan, you
You
have
guys
to.
want to do a watch party?
Watch party? Maybe.
He said.
We can just watch. We can we can make fun of it. You know,
That's true. We could definitely do that.
Well, how do you even watch it? Because
it doesn't come out online probably.
Yeah,
Oh.
probably. Jack Bungie and I watched the Chris Paul documentary movie thing yesterday. That
This
was-
is a
it a
Chris Paul
documentary?
documentary.
yeah, it was. Well, it was directed by him. But
Oh,
it's not
oh.
about him.
Oh.
It was well, it's kind of about him. It's called because he's the commissioner of the Players Association.
Yeah.
So he talked about the documentary is called "The Day Sports Stopped." So he just talked about how
Is that about the lockdown or something?
about COVID and how, or not the NBA, not lockout, but like
Lockout? Oh, this about like recently. COVID.
yeah, about COVID and how
Oh.
like they got the whole bubble thing to work together.
About Rudy Gobert.
Yeah, and how he's so because what's funny is the last game they played against Rudy Gobert. OKC played against Utah, and that was the game that closed. So, and funny enough, that was also the first game of the bubble. Was also OKC versus Utah. So, he talked about his experience and how he got rallied everyone together for the bubble, and how some people like didn't. It was Kyrie, right? It was primarily Kyrie was like the main one that said he didn't want to.
Yeah.
Didn't want to be in the bubble. So, and then all the people on the media were like, "Oh, it's gonna fail. The bubble's gonna fail." But yeah, they persevered. So it was a pretty good documentary.
Dang, that is pretty sick.
Yeah.
I didn't even know Chris Paul was the commissioner of that.
Yeah, he is.
He's a smart guy.
He's been it since like 2014 or something like that. But also they
They-
talked about. Oh yeah, what were you saying?
Did they vote on the
Yeah,
commissioner?
there's no way they don't vote on it. Yeah, so they probably voted. But yeah, the other half, that's the first half is like how they got the bubble together, and the second half is about like the second time sports stood still, and that was when Jacob Blake thing happened, and so like
What was that?
that was like the guy that got shot when going to his car. The African American guy that got shot going to his
Oh,
car, and
yeah.
then you remember the Bucks canceled their playoff game. They just
Yeah, I
decided
remember
not
that.
to show up, and then the NHL canceled their games. The MLS, so
Mm-hmm.
that was the second time because prior to that, sports never like got canceled ever. Like literally, except for war, that was the only time ever that
Mm-hmm.
it got canceled. So yeah, and they happened back to back in the same year. So
Do you think we're gonna be seeing more of that?
of what like?
Just sports getting canceled. Like, do you think they have better like measures in place to just like stop everything and
Yeah, probably. There's
shift
probably,
the season or
They
something?
probably have like a handbook at this point or something like that for just in case something
Protocols.
yeah, exactly. And what was interesting is that hockey's a predominantly white sport, and so they talked about how even though it's a predominantly white sport, they still stopped playing for like the sport African Americans. So that was really dope, and it's a really good documentary, and I highly recommend it.
No, that's a really cool point. Anthony, are you watching anything recently, or have you been too busy with school?
I don't personally. I don't watch anything. I don't think it's a waste of time. But
Just your own vlogs, huh?
yeah, I actually do watch my vlog. Well, not anymore, but before I would watch my vlogs like pretty often. Because it's just fun to like look back at it and like just like see your like finished product. It's pretty cool. But
What was that word you used last episode? Someone who's like kind of obsessed with themselves.
narcissist.
Egomaniac.
Egomaniac.
Dude, you know what else? You know what else is really interesting?
What's up?
Whenever I meet someone and I bring in my vlogs, they end up watching all my vlogs.
All of them?
Yeah,
Is that what they tell you?
they would. Yeah, they told me that. I mean, I don't think it's weird that they watch my vlogs. I mean,
Yeah, you should be. That's a good thing, right? Isn't that good?
yeah, I think
That's
a
the
good
hope
thing.
for this podcast thing, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, see, the difference between a podcast and like a vlog is like a vlog for mine are like formats, and then a podcast is like
It's a bigger commitment.
yeah. But I do enjoy these podcasts just as much as my vlogs. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Probably easier to do, not as much editing. And
Yeah, dude. Something that I always tell my friends is like, you should vlog. Like even you two should vlog. I think it's really cool to just like record
Your life.
and
Look
then
back at it.
yeah.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever considered vlogging. I just wouldn't know. I think part of it is like I would just be too self-conscious. Like, how do you get over that? I'm sure like the first time you like brought out a camera in public, you were like a little self-conscious of just like talking to the camera or filming yourself or whatever.
Yeah. So I remember the first time I brought up my camera. Well, so I was talking to my friends like about starting a vlog channel already, and then they're like, "Oh, like that's pretty sick." And then the first time I brought it out, it was kind of weird.
Mm-hmm.
But then, like honestly, like right away I got comfortable. I was like, "Oh, like, I'm just gonna fucking press record," and then I just fucking record my fucking life. Like nobody's gonna judge me. I don't care what people think of me. You know what I mean? So, yeah. I mean, I just like press record, and right when I pressed it, I felt comfortable. But I mean, I do feel awkward, like when I'm on campus and then like talking to the camera. but like whenever I'm recording other people, I don't feel awkward. So, I guess it's just a matter of having people around you. That makes me feel a little more comfortable.
Yeah, I bet if you were like in a group doing it, like if you're just by yourself, like walking around with the camera.
Yeah, I mean, I do
Like,
walk
kinda-
around like by myself, but like with the camera out, but I never record myself.
Yeah. I can imagine that's weird walking through campus, like holding up a camera like this.
Yeah, no, that's what I
That's-
picture. It's like someone like walking with the camera, like selfie stick or whatever, and going like,
Oh.
"What's up, guys? Welcome
Yeah.
to my vlog."
I just feel like that'd be a little obnoxious.
Yeah.
Exactly. That's like my impression of people who walk around doing that.
Yeah.
No offense.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I don't. Wait, I hold the camera out because I don't want to put it inside my backpack because, like, in my backpack it'll maybe get messed up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I just keep it in my hands, but like never
I
do
assume
I.
so. Yeah.
But maybe one day I'll reach that point of comfortability and like level of fame
Yeah.
where it'd be normal.
Yeah, I see like YouTubers or whoever they're talking to their camera because they all do, right? When they're like, "Hey guys, like what's up?" It feels so weird because you're not talking to anybody. You're just talking to your screen.
Yeah.
But like when you're watching them, it feels like they're talking to you. But like if you're on the other side of it, you're just like in an empty room talking
Dude, no,
to yourself. Like it's different
honestly-
here because we're talking to each other and someone's like the listeners are listening to us talk to each other and we're not really talking like directly to them.
So I don't talk to like the camera like that much, or just me by myself. But the few times I did do it, it honestly felt like I was talking to someone. Like it was kind of weird. Like it just felt like I was talking to someone, even though I knew I was alone.
It's probably the best way of doing it is like picturing yourself talking to someone else.
Yeah.
My Twitter account hit more followers than my Instagram account, which is
Are you
crazy.
serious?
Yeah. I'm at
Wait.
315 followers on Twitter, and I'm at 296 on Instagram, so that's kind of crazy to think about.
Oh god, we're gonna make this another social media episode.
Yeah. But
Is this a big milestone for you? Speaking of
Oh
milestones.
yeah, that's pretty sick.
yeah, it is
Twitter?
it's a pretty big milestone. I mean, I think I care about my Twitter followers way more than my Instagram followers, to be honest, because
Mm-hmm.
like on Twitter, like, well, I'm like 90% anonymous pretty much. I just try to be funny. That's literally it. That's like my whole thing. And then, like, it's cool. I think Twitter's probably the coolest thing ever because it's almost like you're keeping a diary, but then people can interact with your diary. That's like the coolest part. Like, I think that's pretty cool. Like, I could just say something and then people think it's either dumb or cool and they can just let me know if it's dumb or cool or not. And then, like, it's so dope. It's like people follow, it's like a vlog almost because, like, they know what's happening in your life, but then they can comment on it or whatever, and then it's like a mini vlog pretty much that, like, I just comment random stuff like, I just flunked my fucking test.
And-
my physics test or
And do you
whatever.
feel like people who respond or whatever are like a lot more honest than the people
Oh.
who respond on Instagram?
100%. That's the best part. And like I always tell my followers, like, yo, if I'm ever out of pocket or anything like that, just let me know like right away, cause
Oh, so you like actually have like not like a fan base, but like you have like a following, like
Yeah,
people.
yeah, and it's like the same group of friends pretty much. It's like a relatively decent group of friends that follow. It's like mostly from League of Legends, like Twitter pretty much. So I would just like run around, comment like funny stuff on.
You have mutuals.
Yes, a lot.
Nice.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
I feel like Instagram comments always seem so fake to me.
Yes.
It's just like, oh my god, it's stunning, gorgeous. Not to me at least, but
I was about to
they never
say.
say that about my posts.
Well, so how many tweets a day do you send out?
Oh boy, it's a lot. I think. Well, it started out slow, and then I realized the more I tweet, the more followers I get, and then the people actually care about what the fuck I'm saying, which is so weird. Like, I never thought in my life that I tweeted like, yo, I'm about to eat like kimchi rice. People would be like, oh my god, I love kimchi rice. Yo, let's talk about kimchi rice now. And it's like, okay, now people actually care about it. But I think like it depends how much homework I have, but like definitely including like retweets and comments, probably like 200 something maybe.
Whoa.
Yeah, like 300 something. Yeah, it's a lot. That's a lot. But I mean,
I
mostly
didn't know
it's,
this. That's crazy.
mostly it's just comments though. I'm just running around commenting funny stuff, and then people are like, they see my comment and then they laugh and then they follow me. That's mainly it.
May I ask about your like stats? Like how many likes per tweet do you get, or like?
It
and
depends.
retweets?
So like, if it's I noticed that there's a meta kinda Like if you type in all caps, more people read it and more people like it because it
Oh, that
retains
makes
attention.
sense.
It's like the red circles and arrows on thumbnails on
Yeah,
YouTube
yeah,
videos.
YouTube.
It
Yeah.
And then-
works, unfortunately.
Yeah, unfortunately it works. And then same thing with pictures. So like even if you're saying something completely irrelevant to the picture, as long as you have a picture, it catches people's attention. And that's another thing. That's kind of what I think I'm kind of known for in like the Twitter community or my little Twitter community
Having
is
good
like,
takes.
no, not good takes. I make a bunch of polls. Like I just make like 50 million polls. So it's like the most random stuff too. Do you enjoy driving? Can you listen to music while doing homework? What was another one? Oh, do you get along with your siblings? How many hours of sleep do you get per night? Just like random questions that I get.
Wow, you're so good at asking questions on Twitter.
Yeah.
If only you could ask questions like that on the podcast.
Well, I don't think.
No, those questions sound like questions that we've asked on
Well, I don't think
podcasts.
I don't think Trey. I don't think I'm gonna ask Trey like.
Do you,
Do you pee in the shower, Trey?
Do you pee in the shower?
I don't think I'm gonna ask Trey if he pees in the shower.
Is that a poll like that you posted?
Yeah, I did. And do you know what the answer was? Take a guess. Take a guess. Wait.
Wait, what?
Overwhelming yes.
Yeah. What percentage? Yes to no.
97.
97 yes.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Wait, let me guess.
People are anonymous on Twitter.
78.
Yes.
Yeah.
It was 75-25 with
Ooh.
100 something votes. Yeah.
Wow.
Twitter users are freaks.
Yeah, but polls are not the motive because people click yes or no and then they never like.
They move on.
So it's so evil. So I had 120 votes, 8 likes. Come on,
Oh, that
guys.
makes
Come on,
sense.
guys. I was like, oh my word.
Yeah.
Like I sometimes I have like a bad day or something.
Yeah.
Like yesterday, I was supposed to sign up for classes, and then I completely forgot to do that like alcohol training thingy or whatever.
Yeah.
Like so like I had a hold, so I literally couldn't sign up for my classes. Like, dude, I fucked up. Now I can't sign up for my classes. And then a bunch of people reply, and they're like, oh, dude, it's fine, man. You can go next time. Oh, as long as you get the classes you want, blah blah blah. And it's like, you guys.
Yeah, people who respond with like nice comments when there's no like need to.
Yeah, exactly.
Those are the nicest people on the planet.
It's like a dopamine
They are
rush.
just nice people.
It's
Like,
literally a dopamine
that's all.
rush.
They're not trying to get anything out of it.
It's so crazy, and that's why like I follow back everyone pretty much. No matter how small the follower count is, like. So right now I have like 315 followers, but then I'm like following.
Must
like,
be a brutal ratio.
No, it's like 600. It's like 600. I follow 600, but most of those are NBA athletes. So I bet if I unfollowed all those, there's like
Yeah.
200 something NBA players I follow. Probably be less than that, but yeah, I think Twitter's by far. Remember I told you guys like my number one goal. Like I thought it'd be
10K
so.
on Twitter.
Yeah, I was like, dude, if I get 1,000 followers on Twitter, I'd be so happy.
Yeah.
And I'm like 1/3 of the way there,
Yeah.
and it's only been like a month, 2 months maybe
Really?
since I started
Oh,
doing
dang.
it. Yeah, it's like literally only been like 2 months since I've been active on Twitter.
Ethan, you told me you were switching your major to sports management.
And yes, I am. I got inspired by Trey. I'm not even gonna lie.
Wow.
Like,
Yeah. If you haven't watched or listened to the last episode with Trey Krause, the Illinois State baseball player, he was talking about how, his goal might be to go into some kind of sports management role in the MLB.
Yeah, and I think that like he talked about how it's like mostly connections and how by being
Yeah.
a Division I baseball player he has connections. And I was like, wait, I'm literally coaching like travel volleyball. Like that's already like a good start, like a good connection start already. Like I'm already a step ahead of my colleagues probably. And so I was like, and also I think a lot of it's really dope because originally the main concern I had was like it's way too professional and like it's really intimidating, right? But it's much more unorganized as a player, right? You remember like how organized D1 was for you, right?
Yeah.
But on the inside, it's really
You guys have no idea what you're doing?
we have well, it's not we have no idea. It's definitely still organized, but it's a lot more chaotic than you think. And it kind of just gave me more confidence in majoring in sports management because it's like, okay, maybe it's not all this like suit and tie. I imagine suit and ties and freaking bar graphs and stuff like that, but now it makes me more confident. Like, well, the main thing was like I took a step back from teaching because like yes, I do like coaching and that's essentially teaching when you think about it. And my main concern was like coaching volleyball is only fun because I know a lot about volleyball and it feels great to share my insight. And it's like, wow, it's like a really satisfying feeling watching them being able to serve over the net or whatever. But then it's like math, it's like cool. Now you could solve like no one pops off and is like, yes, I know how to do now I know how to like find the sign of this fucking triangle now or whatever.
Yeah.
Wait, so you went.
Are you still gonna teach? Are you still gonna do the teaching abroad thing?
No, I mean, I don't know. Like I thought I mean, I still don't know right now. It's confusing. I'm like 90% sure I'm just gonna go to sports management, but that was like the main problem though, because my original thing was I was gonna try both. So I was gonna take one math teaching class and one sports management class for next semester. But then my dad said you're gonna graduate a year late if you do that, so I have to pick and choose now. So I'm picking sports management and just full sending it and just hoping it pans out pretty much.
Wait, so you're not doing teaching anymore?
Nah, I think I'm just gonna
Okay.
abandon ship on that one.
Yeah, because I remember the last time we talked, you said you're gonna do teaching.
Yeah, one of my friends at Illinois State. Funny enough, like I taught like it was literally the first day on campus, and I was just shooting around at like a basketball court, and we were like the last two in the gym, and so like we kind of talked to each other, and then he was actually the equipment manager for Illinois State's basketball team, and I was like, no fucking way.
Yeah,
and
so
then
cool.
yeah, so I followed him on, he had me on Snapchat, and then now I get to see his Snapchat stories, and I was like, that looks like what I want to do. That looks so dope. Just being like a manager for a team, that just looks so sick.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's mostly, but my main goal, if I could own like a small team, that would be so dope. That like it could be like the smallest like club baseball team or something.
Yeah.
I don't even care what sport
the
it is.
Wiener Dog.
Yeah, the Chicago Dogs team.
Yeah.
Like imagine that. That'd be so dope.
Yeah.
Like to have fans like that. But like I would start up small, obviously. But yeah, that seems really cool. I think that'd be really cool to make decisions like that.
Requires a lot of business education too, I think, though.
Yeah, that's my main concern. Like I don't know if I'm good at business or not. How do you know if you're good at business, Anthony? How do you know if you're good at business or not?
Just compare yourself to the people around you. That's it.
How do you
Thanks,
compare
Anthony.
business? How do you compare business? Like, what grade do you get in business class, or?
Well, you're not gonna like this answer, but like, you would just know.
Oh,
you just know.
I get
Wait,
it now.
does that not make sense? Like, you just know. Like,
I feel like any kind of business skill partly comes from enjoying business, you know?
yeah.
Making money?
Like, you have
Joy
to
of making
love
money.
it. You have to, because the people who do well in business, I'm talking from my ass here, but I feel like the people who do well in business are the ones who, like, you know, put in the most effort.
Yeah.
And it's hard to put an effort into something you don't like.
Yeah. I agree.
Yeah, I feel like business, to a certain extent, is like a knowledge game, you know? It's
Yeah.
like whoever, you know, catches up the most with stocks and reads with the most with, like, with
But
the
in my
industry,
case,
the
it would just be
industry
like
they're in.
sports stuff, right? It's just like
Yeah.
it's literally just like. Well, that's the cool part about sports management. There's like different subcategories. You could do like, there was like 50. When I was scrolling through the classes, there's like 50 different ones. There's like sports stats. There's like financial stuff. There's like,
Speaking of sports management, my management teacher, he is like huge on sports and like he's super involved in like the sports world. And I was thinking of like having him on the podcast,
Oh, that'd be dope.
possibly. And like even like just get you in contact with them, I think that'd be like a good connection, like
yeah,
for
that would be.
networking and
That'd
stuff.
actually be really dope.
So I think it would be cool if we had him on.
Anthony, I know you switched from political science to...
Well, I
Something
haven't
else?
yet, but I'm planning. So I want to go into like contracts and like maybe patents and like intellectual property stuff. But I really want to go into like creative contract stuff, like whether it's like music or like just like movies and like that kind of stuff. So I had an appointment with a pre-law advisor, and we were just going through like all the different careers I can go into. So like, I for sure want to go into business right after college. Like, I want to be like a financial analyst or like just something like not like simple, but like
Steady.
steady in the finance sector. So I just want to like get a job, right?
Yeah.
And then after like a few years of working, hopefully the company that I work for, they can pay for law school, because like some companies would do that.
Yeah.
And then also like depending on the score that I get on the LSAT, which is like the law. Yeah. So depending on the score I get from that, I can go like a ton of scholarship money. Just after like a few years of working, I plan on going to law school. It's just a matter of like what kind of law I want to go into that I have to decide like kind of soon or now. But I'm gonna take a socio-legal studies class next semester, and then from there I'm probably gonna know for sure. I forgot what your question was, but
I just said because Ethan said he's changing things up
Yeah.
educationally, and I
Yeah.
know you were too as well.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna keep my major of finance, but it's just my minor that I'm gonna.
You're playing
So-
around with it.
Yeah, I'm for sure not gonna minor in political science, but I'm trying to see what kind of law I want to go
Yeah.
into, and I'm leaning most towards, like music contracts and like anything that has to do with like a record label.
Yeah.
I was gonna ask, like, would you want to work for like a record label or
Oh
something?
yeah, 100%. That's like my dream.
Yeah, that sounds really cool. Or start your own. You know, I mean,
Yeah,
Yeah,
I mean,
start
for
your
that, start my own record label.
Yeah, because that shit's corrupt. You know that, don't you know
Yeah,
that?
you know, I know it's correct, but like, you need like a ton of
Yeah, that's true.
capital for that shit. So like, it's definitely a dream of mine to start one like later on in the future, but I need to build some kind of money.
And yeah, you could do that by finessing people through other record label companies.
Yeah, that I really want to go into like any kind of creative stuff.
and I'm gonna go into politics and regulate your industries.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
basically.
put you out of business.
Yeah, is that wait? What exactly do you want to go into?
I don't know. I wouldn't begin to tell you, but in terms of academically, well, yeah, academically, I'm still on the same path that I have been on. I got accepted to the Washington D.C. semester program, so
Good shit.
in the fall that's where I'll be interning for some kind of organization or company or something,
Yeah.
and then.
But you should stay in your lane.
But yeah, but I don't know politics, so I should say
Yeah,
like
you should stay in your lane. That's what I'm trying to say.
Stay in your way.
yeah. Then in the spring I'll be in Australia. So
Oh snap! Okay, you're traveling the world.
yeah, I'm looking forward to it, man. Just counting the days until next year. It's gonna
Yeah,
be
junior
fun.
year is gonna be wild for you then.
Yeah, it sounds like a lot of fun.
I mean, junior year is wild for everyone, but like you're.
It's a tipping point. I feel like
Yeah.
you're no longer a baby. You're an adult. You gotta start, doing something.
Yeah, it's pretty interesting because like, literally like, right. Well, I feel like even next year. So I talked to you before about this. Like I feel like I'm still a kid, just like pretending to be an adult. And like even next year, even though like that's when we kind of like start like looking like we start to like.
Yeah,
How the fuck do I say this?
Yeah, you dive more into your niche thing or whatever.
Yeah, like
I think usually in like by junior year, people are starting to, or they already have, like stepped out of just the academic bubble
Yeah.
Yeah.
and
more
into
professional
the
world.
professional world.
Yeah, yeah. Like even
Making connections, doing internships.
yeah, even when I go like into like the professional world, I'm still gonna feel like a kid, like just like
Yeah.
pretending to do all this adult
Of
shit.
course. Yeah.
And it's kind of scary, but like I don't know. I guess I'm ready for it.
I think the reassuring part is knowing that everyone else feels the same way.
Yeah.
That was my biggest fear. Like, when I was coaching volleyball, I was like, I always had this image of my coaches being like, knowing what the fuck they're doing and stuff like that. And like, I was really nervous because I had no idea what the fuck I'm doing.
Mhm.
But it turns out like, no, in reality, it seems like everyone has their shit together, but in reality, no one has their shit together. So
Yeah.
even the professionals out there, they things look really solid on the outside, but in reality, on the inside, things are all over the place. So
Well, gentlemen, it's been nice talking to you guys here in the studio for the first time in, has it been like 8 weeks maybe?
yeah, something like that.
Dang, 8 weeks. That's like 8 weeks.
That's like a long time.
That's a long ass time.
Yeah.
Can we get Bop and Grill?
Let's get Bop and Grill.
Yeah. All right.
Thank you guys for listening, and we'll catch you next time.